Okay, picture this. It's 3 in the morning, 3,000 years ago. No phone, no lamp, no ceiling, just a reed mat and the dark. You jolt awake, gasping, heart slamming, because some shadow with too many teeth just crawled on your chest. You can't Google how to stop nightmares. You can't text a friend. So, what do? Well, our ancestors got creative, much more creative than you might think. What I'd like to do today is walk you through 5 very different civilizations: Mesopotamia, Egypt, Greece, ancient Judea, and medieval Europe, and show you, moment by moment, how they handled a bad dream. And then, at the end, the wild part, their answers basically line up with the therapy modern sleep clinics use today. Stick around for that one. Let's start in the oldest place we can. For thousands of years, we're talking roughly the 3rd to 1st millennium BCE, the people of Mesopotamia wrote nightmares down. Literally, Assyrian scribes produced an omen series called Zakikwu, sometimes spelled Zaikikwu, which didn't just interpret dreams. It included literal incantations to avert an evil one. Butler. Their logic? A nightmare wasn't just a bad movie in your skull, it was a message, a warning, sometimes a demon literally sitting on you. So if you woke up terrified, you fasted. You recited specific lines, and in some rituals, the exorcist would mold a small clay figurine. Recite your nightmare out loud to the figurine, and then smash it. The bad dream, now bound to the clay instead of to you, was buried or thrown into a river. Your problem had a body, and that body was disposable. Jump forward to the Nile. Egyptian. Culture produced what? Scholars call the world's oldest nightmare record. The Sing. Papyrus Chester Beatty 3a. Ramesside-era dream book that classified dreams into 3 God sent. Good. The dead sent tricky and demon sent run. National Geographic. The world's oldest nightmare came from Egypt to stop the third kind. Egyptians didn't mess around either. Carved wooden headrests. The things they slept on were etched with the face of Bes, a dwarf god whose whole job was to scare demons away from sleeping people. The Metropolitan Museum has a late-period headrest amulet, carved from stone, decorated with exactly that image. So, before bed, you were already armed. And if a nightmare crept in anyway, you'd recite a specific charm and, in some cases, eat ritually prepared pieces of bread shaped like the protective deity. The protective image, the protective object, the protective food. Layers. The Greeks tried something completely different. At healing sanctuaries called Asclepians, named after the god Asclepius. Sick people didn't just take medicine. They slept inside the temple on purpose. It's called enkoimesis, or dream incubation. You'd bathe, fast, offer a sacrifice, lie down on a skin in the inner chamber, and wait. If Asclepius approved, he appeared in your dreams sometimes as a snake, sometimes as a dog, sometimes just a touch and either healed you directly or told you the cure. The amazing thing? This wasn't a fringe practice. Strabo wrote about it. Aristophanes joked about it. And the remains at Epidaurus show patient *stellae stone. Thank you notes describing real cures. So even if a nightmare woke you up, the answer was, go back to sleep. But do it inside a temple. In the Talmud, Tractate Berahot 55b, the rabbis lay out a ceremony called Hatavat Shalom, the amelioration of a dream. If you had a disturbing dream, you stood in front of 3 friends, told them in full what you saw, and they said a set blessing. Once spoken out loud to witnesses, the dream was considered over, transferred out of you. Same logic as the Mesopotamian clay figurine, just with words instead of clay. Now jump to medieval Europe. The English word nightmare doesn't actually mean a mare, a horse. It comes from the Old English mary, a spirit that sits on your chest while you sleep. If a nightmare woke you in, say, 1200, you didn't think my brain did a thing. You thought something was sitting on you, and your job was to recite the Lord's Prayer, or sleep with an iron knife under the pillow, or cross yourself. The diagnosis was supernatural. The treatment was also supernatural. Here's the part that gets me. Today, the gold standard treatment for chronic nightmares is called Imagery Rehearsal Therapy. You write down the nightmare while awake and then rewrite the ending. Any ending you want and mentally rehearse the new version for 10 minutes a day. The research goes back to Barrett's 1993 work and has been replicated in PMC indexed trials. Think about that. The Mesopotamian clay figurine, the spoken ritual before friends, the medieval prayer, the modern therapist asking you to describe the nightmare and change it. Same move. Take the nightmare out of your head, give it to something outside you, and give that thing a job to do. If you made it here, hit subscribe.